Hello, my name is Nevada Peterson. Our research group wanted to further our understanding on the Stroop effect. The Stroop effect was discovered in 1930s by John Ridley Stroop. He found that it takes people less time to read written word than it does to identify colors that the word was written. For example, if the word red was written in green ink, it would take less time to identify and read the word red than it would to identify that the color was written in green ink. We found this very interesting and wanted to further our research on this because we often do not think about the mental processes that go on to read written word or to identify color, even though both of those are processes that we use every single day without much thought. We hypothesized that it would take longer to identify color than it would to read the written word if the colors and the words are not matching. So again, for example, if the word pink was written in blue ink, it would take less time to read the word pink than it would to identify the color that the word is written in blue. To do this, we gathered 38 participants for our study, 78% female, 17% male, and 5% other. All attended UW Green Bay and were part of the Experimental Research Learning Program. Their ages range from 18 to 32 years old. They were asked to bring a computer, tablet, or mobile device to access the internet and the Qualtrics website. They were then presented with a study summary and a consent form. And after they consented to being in the study, Qualtrics split them into two groups. Group 1 was asked to read the list of 25 words, and Group 2 was asked to identify the color that the 25 words were listed. The 25 words used, we only used 5 of the words: red, blue, green, pink, and gray, all of which were used 5 different times, once in each row, and there were 5 rows. And we used block randomization to complete those 5 rows. And we used those colors because they were all colors and they were all the same amount of syllables. They all contain one syllable. And each word was written in a different color. The colors used were red, blue, green, pink, and gray. Each word was written in each color at least once, and none of them were matching. So red was never written in red, and pink was never written in pink, and so on. Both groups received the same list of colors and words, except they were just given different tasks. And they were asked to read or identify the color out loud before going on to the next one. And then they had to hit submit when they were done reading the list. And then after that, they were given a debriefing form about our study. Our results showed that our hypothesis, which was it takes longer to read written word, or it takes shorter amount of time to read written word than it does to identify the color that the word was written in if the two are not matching, is supported. Our hypothesis was supported, and we threw out 3 outliers, so our overall amount of participants was only 35, and the 3 outliers were 2 0 seconds and 1 3 second, and the amount of time it took to read the words ranged from 9.49 seconds to 28.55 seconds, and the amount of time to identify the colors ranged from 7.95 seconds to 54.05 seconds. There was a statistical difference in the amount of time it took to read the word and identify the color that the word was written. And some of the limitations to this is the short word list, the amount of participants we had. It cannot be generalized to a larger population than UW Green Bay students and the age range that we had. We had very little difference in socioeconomic background in our studies because they all graduated high school. They are all at a college education level, none of which have further or less schooling than the other, ranging from 1 to 4 years. And we also could have had younger participants and older participants. Our study only goes for the words and colors green, gray, pink, blue, and red. It is not supporting other words that aren't colors or other colors that aren't on the list or implications. It can be used for marketing majors and future marketing programs to help billboards or other marketing projects that they have to help people read and understand their projects better, so they aren't using random colors that don't match with what they are doing to not confuse people as much. It can also be used for kindergarten teachers teaching their students about color and reading words, so it will help the students better understand and reading and identifying colors. And if I were to go back and redo the study, there are a couple things I would change. I would use a larger word list and use words that are not just colors. I would branch out and use words like lamp or tree or other colors that are larger than just green, pink, and blue, and so on, larger than one syllable. I would just expand the word list more overall. I think that this would help my research by making it more generalized to a larger population and making it easier for future studies to branch off of it and make it more helpful in real world situations. I would also change our practice form. I would make it larger and more in-depth to help our participants understand our study more than they probably did. Going back and looking, I found our research to be a little complicated and hard to understand the directions. So I feel like that would help make our study more correct and more accurate to what we were trying to find. I would also try to find a program that you didn't have to click done. I would do that because going to click done could have added a couple seconds onto their amount of time that it took to read or to their study. So that also played in effect their time to read the list and to identifying colors. And I feel like that affected our study a little. How I would fix that is I definitely would do this in person, so I knew that they were doing the correct study that they were assigned to, and so I knew that they understood the directions, and I knew that they were done reading the list, and I could accurately time them doing that. I do believe that our research can be used and furthered in the future and can definitely help out further studies and be used in the real world if we were to generalize and expand our research in the future. Thank you so much for this amazing semester. I really did enjoy doing this, and I hope you enjoyed our research project as much as I did. Thank you.